Get your official Doxby Films merchandise only at doxbyfilms.etsy.com. doxbyfilms.etsy.com. Shop now and support what we do.
And we're back in black like Rupert Murdoch's decrepit, gangrenous, very highly fortuned foreskin. This is the DOXBYWOOD podcast.
This is the Foxbywood podcast.
This is the Foxwood podcast.
This is Fox News.
This is Fox Lawson.
This is definitely not Fox News.
If this was Fox News, you'd know it because we'd be crying. The mainstream news media, the suburban moms with their MLMs, and the kids with their MDMA. What do they all got in common? They're fucking crying.
What do they all have in common? They're listening to this podcast.
What do they all have in common? They're bleeding fucking hearts.
So what are we talking about today?
I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So recently, I watched movies. Used to be a big theater dog. I used to have a movie review blog back in the day. A very irreverent fellow, that Vigo. I watched some movies, and I want to talk about them because we're movie guys. You know, we are, by definition, movie guys. So I want to talk about how we're movie guys and talk about movies. So, I watched some new movies. They're not exactly new. Some of them are like 6 years old, but I watch movies that are new to me, like a used car. First one up that I want to talk about, I watched Long Legs a while back. Not talking about that. Everybody's fucking seen it, so who cares? Nick Cage is playing Miss Doubtfire in that movie. Devil shit. Watched Cuckoo. I found out about Cuckoo through the DVD previews before Long Legs. I was like, I want to see that when it comes out. And I watched it. And I want to say, despite the bad reviews, it's a really good movie. I think it's really stupid if I explain the plot, because the plot's really stupid. But the cinematography and the vibe of the film, the atmosphere, is really good, and the casting was impeccable. Really fucking good. I liked it a lot.
Who was in it? Or was it just like whoever it was that was happened to be perfect for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that like the only person
so
there that anybody would know is one of the broads from Euphoria, Hunter.
I was gonna say, was it Sydney Sweeney?
No, it was Hunter Schafer.
Sydney Sweeney. I'm still not over you not replying to my DN back in the day.
I don't want to know anything.
There was some woman in Indiana, by the way, who killed her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, one or the other. Like recent. This is a recent thing, and I'm pretty sure I was in her DMs at one point or another. Like I'm pretty sure
That's wild.
I'm pretty sure I tried to tap that. Isn't that messed up?
Yeah, bro.
Like I could have hooked up with a serial killer, dated a serial killer, and she could have serial killed me.
That would have been bad.
That's worse than being like killed in the regular way.
I once saw Natalia Grace in a bodega on my way to a concert.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was weird.
What's she like?
Short. She's short. She's disabled, God bless her soul, but if I didn't realize my shoe was untied, I wouldn't have seen her.
Yeah, I saw that whole documentary series about her. I thought that was pretty wild.
Yeah. Cuckoo, good movie. Next movie I watched was Spaceman. You seen Spaceman?
No, what is that?
It's a Adam Sandler space movie. He plays a Czech astronaut that's going into this like space cloud.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
Yeah, no, I hate Adam Sandler. Anybody who knows me knows I hate Adam Sandler. And like I don't know why they got him to play a Czech guy with no accent. That was strange. The best physical actor that was actually there was the Indian guy from almost said Breaking Bad, from Big Bang Theory. which fuck Big Bang Theory, fuck Young Sheldon. If you watch that shit, you need to be evaluated. But Spaceman, I watched it.
Those shows are bad.
They're really
Young
bad.
Sheldon's better than The Big Bang Theory.
I
I'll say
agree.
that much.
I agree. You know, it's like if Urkel was in Roseanne. But you can't tell me I'm wrong.
Have you seen that new Tom McDonald song with Roseanne in it?
Dude, to be entirely honest with you, I would genuinely rather turn myself into the Viet Cong and get my fucking body riddled like John McCain did before I'd listen to fucking Tom McDonald.
But his song has Roseanne in it.
I couldn't give a fuck if his song had Pope Francis slapping his nuts as the 808s.
She's got like cornrows in it. She's shaking her ass. It's the funniest music video I've ever seen.
That's just another reason to hate Tom McDonald.
It's another reason to love Roseanne.
Like
I don't care about Tom McDonald, but I like Roseanne.
Tom McDonald is music for like 45-year-old men who have a divorce and they post like Grim Reaper pictures on their Facebook. It's like, loyalty is my number one policy. I got a skeleton with guns as my cover photo. And they're always all like, I'm a minority because I voted for the most popular presidential candidate of all time. Like, that shit's lame. Tom McDonald's fucking Canadian. What the fuck do I give a shit about a Canadian's opinion? Like, Jesus, don't sit here.
Shout out Jordan Peterson.
Like, Jordan Peterson's different. At least he went to college and didn't he didn't dress up in a leotard and hug guys. But Tom McDonald, it's lame. It's like, don't talk about fucking American institutional racism in politics. Like, go sip fucking maple syrup, you mountie fuck. Like, I can't handle that shit. Like, I think it's so stupid. Just
I don't care about Tom McDonald, but Roseanne's in his newest song, and it's funny.
Just like, and like, I'll get into my politics. I'm a fucking sternurist, both in philosophy and politics. Renowned sternurist. And one of the things I will say is I'm not a gun control guy. I'm not a right-winger by any stretch, but I'm not a gun control guy. I'm not a guy that believes in big government regulations. I respect the opinions of Americans that I disagree with more so than I do foreigners putting in their 2 fucking cents worth. But it's like when a British person's like, oh, school shooting, Janet. My daughter's been fucking witched. That shit, I'm like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. Like, go deal with the guys, like, throwing acid and fucking stabbing people in London. And, like, a Canadian being all like, yeah, man, Trump is cool. I'm gonna rap on an Eminem beat. It's all like, go fucking appropriate a different culture. Go appropriate Buddhist culture and shut the fuck up. You know? Go sit in a monastery and be quiet.
Well, I don't know. They might be our 51st state soon.
You know what? Then Tom McDonald can talk. Until then, somebody get this guy a lifetime supply of Gorilla duct tape to put on his fucking mouth.
Well, somebody get me a lifetime supply of Roseanne Barr after that video, I'll tell you.
Jesus Christ. But, watch Spaceman. I watched it because the alien spider looked cute. As you know, I'm a big fan of spiders. I have, pet tarantula. I've got tarantulas and spiders tattooed on my head and shit. Big spider guy. Love spiders. But I saw this.
Fuck the spider from James the Giant Peach.
You want to fuck Roseanne Barr's giant peach. But, so
I don't want to, but I would.
I turned on the movie because I expected, it's Adam Sandler talking to a CG space spider. This ought to be pretty neat. Adam Sandler was outshined by a CGI spider, as is to be fucking expected by Happy Gilmore. But, Adam
Sandler versus Spideris from Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Kids.
Oh, Jesus. Is that the one that looks like Ted Cruz?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like the really bad CGI.
Yeah, the white one that looks like Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
No, but it was a really good movie. It got a lot of mixed reviews because I felt like it didn't know what it wanted to be, and the side plot about his pregnant wife was lame. But it's basically like a therapy rape. Like the spider is unconsensually going through his memories and forcing him into therapy. And then you find out the spider has space worms and he dies, and it's really sad. Good movie though, I liked it. Next movie on the list, I watched Peanut Butter Falcon, and I'm gonna have a hard time talking about it respectfully. It's a film about Shia LaBeouf, who is on the run from Yellow Wolf and the guy who was in Justified, that look like tweakers.
Everything that you've said about this film so far sounds like a train wreck.
No, it's amazing. I love the movie,
including the title.
And he finds a runaway Down syndrome guy, and Shia LaBeouf agrees to be his caretaker and take him to wrestling school. And it's a very heartwarming, wholesome film. Peanut Butter Falcon. I'm a big Shia LaBeouf fan. Recently rewatched The Tax Collector. They shouldn't have killed him. He was the best character. I think that was a waste of Shia LaBeouf. Love me some Shia LaBeouf.
I liked him in Disturbia.
I liked him in Shia LaBeouf. But
same.
He was really good in Fury alongside John Bernthal, another actor I really like, who was in Peanut Butter Falcon in flashback scenes. But yeah, it's about Shia LaBeouf on the run with a Down syndrome Down syndrome man on the run, and he takes him to wrestling school with the Saltwater Redneck, and Jake the Snake Roberts is in it. It's a good movie. I liked it a lot. It was great. Next on the list, I watched Late Night with the Devil with the polka dot guy from Suicide Squad. Really good. It's analog horror at its finest.
No.
I said that just to get under Brandon's skin. Like a alien space worm. But it's good analog horror.
What we do is analog horror. What that is, that's just...
It's analog horror by definition.
What was their budget?
I don't know. You think
they have a budget over $100?
They talked about a guy giving his wife cancer through the Bohemian Grove, dude. When we do that, you can fucking say what you want.
I don't give a fuck.
At least they didn't point a camera at a corner, okay? It was a good movie. I liked it.
Bohemian Grove got exposed back in like 2000, 2001. That's old news.
I don't care that Alex Jones went there and found the nut rock. I like the movie. It's good. Speaking of things that I thought was going to be analog horror, I watched the Mr. Crockett, which is about an African American gentleman who has a Mr. Rogers type show, and he comes to the TV and he kills the parents and takes the kids. And it's about these parents trying to go into Mr. Crockett's TV and take the kids back. And you find out that Mr. Crockett made a deal with the devil to have his own circle of hell that's paradise for children. It's a fucking weird-ass movie. I don't know how the fuck I feel about it. It was a bizarre fucking watch. Mr. Crockett, good actor, really good. I have nothing else to say but that. And then I've been watching a whole lot of bad Tubi horror movies. I've been watching the Camp Blood franchise, which has like 3 different directors. Mark Poliano's Camp Blood films are miserable to watch. They're boring. And it's like the slasher formula of like blood, boobs, and bad acting. The
3 B's of great film.
And one of them is Camp Blood Clown Shark. And there's like a poorly animated tiger shark with a clown mask poorly superimposed onto it. It's miserable. Don't Fuck in the Woods, I thought was going to be another one like that. It's actually pretty good.
That's the name of it?
Yes. Horny Teenagers Must Die was a fucking miserable watch. Somehow it did everything it was trying to do wrong. And I do a game, and you can play this at home, viewers. Go on Tubi, go to the search bar, pick out 2 or however many, like not too many because it'll fuck it up, but like 2 to 5 random letters, like VJSKF. and then a number between 1 and 20, and then scroll down to that row and find the dumbest looking fucking picture and click on it and watch it. That's how I discovered Kung Fu and Titties, which me and Brandon watched 3 years ago.
What was that movie that was cheaply made but had the girl in the mask that was killing people?
Grotesque.
Grotesque, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Don't Fuck in the Woods is good. Then I watched a movie called The Woods, where it's like all rednecks, and literally the first word in the movie is Bubba, and the monster is like an alien head on a Sasquatch costume that doesn't fit the actor, and you see his t-shirt underneath it the whole fucking time.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, it's a miserably hilarious watch. There's a scene where they do mushrooms. He's like, it'll kick in a minute. I'm sitting here like, Jesus Christ, you know how much I would have paid for mushrooms I didn't have to wait an hour to feel anything on?
I just told this woman the other day to watch Suburban Sasquatch.
Suburban Sasquatch was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was fucking wild.
Yeah, that was what do you remember about? I remember like the part where he ripped the dude's leg off and then was drinking blood out of it while he's like,
Arrgh. I also remember what was it that the lady with the summoning birds by Heiling Hitler. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We watched at the same night we watched Kung Fu and Titties, didn't we?
I think so. I think we watched it twice.
Hilarious. We did watch it twice because we watched it again with Darren when we watched Quest for Clint.
Oh, we watched that with Darren? I thought we watched it with Joanna.
Oh, shit. We watched it 3 times because we watched it together the night we watched The Secret Sex Life of Adolf Hitler. We watched Suburban Sasquatch and Kung Fu and Titties. Then we showed Joanna Suburban Sasquatch.
We might have. I don't know.
And then
I've seen that more than once.
Me, you, and Darren watched Kung Fu and Titties, Suburban Sasquatch, and, of course, Quest for Clint, which was fucking bizarre. That guy getting stabbed by the roadside tweaker demon was wild. Quest for Clint is also not on Tubi anymore. Neither is I Am Vengeance or Let There Be Vengeance.
What?
Let There Be Vengeance is no longer on Tubi. You can no longer watch a man stand in the corner of a room while a schizophrenic voice in his head calls him the N-word.
Dude, so our review of that is going to be the only evidence that exists.
It's going to be like the 1988 Beanie Baby Happy Meal toys that people think are valuable.
Austin Jones, the guy who made Let There Be Vengeance, please send us a copy of that.
Please come on the podcast.
www.doxbyfilms.com.
I want to talk about another Tubi director. I call her a Tubi director because I've never seen her films anywhere else. But she's got like she's got like some awards, and she was on like a list of like the 40 under 40. But I would love to have her on the podcast as well. I think she would be great to talk to. She went to college at 15 to be a meteorologist. So she's smart. But I want to talk about Tucky Williams. So, what a hell of a name, being from Kentucky and being named Tucky. That's wild already. Tucky Williams makes LGBTQ plus fantasy films. And I watched, I think it was called like Dagger Kiss Enchanted Forest, I think was the name of it. Where it's the most confusing shit I have ever seen. It is. It's Dagger Kiss Enchanted Forest. Here is the picture.
Let me see this.
So, in this film, it starts off in like fucking Skyrim. And some assassin tries to kill Tucky's character, who is like, I think it was like the Darkener was her name. But they called her the Darkener. And
man, this just looks like every fantasy I've ever had.
Well,
including the sword.
I was watching it. It was one of those ones I found through the Tubi game that I said the viewers could play at home.
They share penis and rations.
Yeah, yeah. In the Soviet Union, how my family before they immigrated did it was they picked the biggest guy in the village's cock, and then that was everybody's cock size because everything is shared to each his ability, to each his needs. So he also fucked everybody's wives. But Tucky Williams made this movie, and I found it, and I clicked on it because it looked bad. And it starts off they're in like Skyrim, and she's the Darketer or whatever the fuck. And then this black lady gives her a necklace that's supposed to send her to another realm, which is just the modern day. And in the modern day, there's this blonde girl in like a latex pants and a leather bustier swinging a sword around in a public park, and she gets in a fucking 2001 Ford Ranger and drives to her home in the suburbs. And then Tucky Williams teleports into her fucking kitchen, and they just start making out. So here's my problem with that. First off, if Tucky Williams just got the teleportation necklace, how the fuck does she know this bitch that lives in Albuquerque and drives a Ford Ranger enough to teleport in her house and start making out with her? But I noticed a glaring problem immediately in this lesbian softcore pornography. Tucky Williams' kisses made no contact. They were like making out with a cock space between them. And it was a little bizarre. Like, you could fit one of those big erasers kids used to stab with pencils in school between them. They're like feigning making out. And then there's like a weird lesbian, I don't even want to call it a sex scene, because it was just them writhing around in Victoria's Secret underwear pretending to kiss. And it was some of the most bizarre shit I have ever seen in my fucking life.
Dude, that reminded me of this dream that I had the other day where I was
bet.
Victoria's Secret lingerie, writhing around kissing this other woman who was in Victoria's Secret lingerie, and then it turned out we were in an advertisement for Victoria's Secret lingerie.
Turns out we were in the bathroom behind a Wetzel's Pretzels.
I'm sorry, I had no air in my lungs at all while I was saying that entire sentence.
I don't have any air in my lungs, just asbestos. But, asbestos, as the English say. It was fucking bizarre. And then I saw Tucky Williams in a horror movie called Clown Nightmare, where a guy who looked like if Darren was 45 and went on Ozempic, and they built a fucking time machine which summoned a fat clown demon, and Tucky Williams murders the clown with a MP40 Nazi submachine gun, which she just fucking has in this guy's garage. And then it goes to this scene where they're talking to the police, and it randomly just cuts to the guy who played the clown getting his ass smacked by an overweight dominatrix, and then it just cuts back to the movie. None of it made any goddamn sense.
You remember that time I sent you that picture of that dominatrix
That
who
looked like
you?
me?
Yeah,
that was fucking... that I still have nightmares. But knowing
she
that...
wanted to have sex with me, but she had herpes.
That was what turned you off? Not the fact that she looked like your business partner? What's bad, though, is like I know that my dad was a whore who just went all around Indiana knocking women up and leaving them. So, honestly, my dad just went around fucking. My dad's probably got some, like, fucking half Dominican child in fucking Guatemala. I guarantee she was probably my sister.
Well, that's why I didn't want to fuck her, out of respect for you.
I could think of a million other respectful reasons to not have sex with that woman that would be respectful to me. We drink after each other on several occasions. The last thing I want is to get herpes from my sister from drinking after you.
No, she was also a porn.
Heinous.
She was a porn star, and I watched some of her videos, and they were out there. They were just.
I couldn't imagine somebody looking like me being a porn star.
You know, Glock and all. Like, this chick was just you. This chick was just you.
Glock and all, cock and balls. There's a guy that runs around town here who has AIDS and herpes, and he goes around trying to give it to as many people as possible. You know, I had beef with him, and he threatened me and some people close to me with some very heinous shit, and I'm sitting here like, how do I even get this guy? You know, I can't beat his ass. Blood to blood contact, what am I going to do? Put on one of those CERN suits?
Wait, did you say he had AIDS?
AIDS and herpes.
Okay, so he has AIDS and herpes.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
You would have to put on a hazmat suit to fight this
guy.
guy.
He's a petri dish of shit you can't wash off. But, yeah, we need to get Tucky Williams on the podcast. because I want to ask her why the girls wouldn't kiss her. Like, did she pick like straight actresses that weren't comfortable with it, or like is she secretly straight?
I would like to get Cecilia Condit on the podcast.
Let's get Tucky Williams and Cecilia Condit together and make a movie. Could you imagine if we let the chick that made Possibly in Michigan direct a lesbian film? That shit would be so fucking surreal, and then we produce it.
Did you see in DC that the searches of lawyers went up recently?
Oh, yeah, dude. Batman's trying to get a lawyer so bad. Because we said that he should be played by fucking Whoopi Goldberg or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. Did we say that? We probably did.
We said that Batman should be played by a lot of fucking characters.
I think they should bring back the bat nipples.
I think that Matthew McConaughey should play Two-Face. Two-Face, he's a chill dude. All right. I'm Harvey Dent. That's just Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual intercourse with Bruce Wayne, no matter what that Art Deco animated show tried to convey. Dude, I'm sorry. Batman
Two-Face,
was...
nobody can call me Two-Face except for Hillary, because she's also two-faced. Together we're like four-face. We make up four faces. The four faces of the apocalypse.
A cube doesn't have four faces.
If you want to join me and Hillary to be our third, we can make a cube.
Dude, I bet Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, if they never got into politics, we're talking dangerous. I'm going to end up fucking killing myself with a fucking shotgun to the back of my head somehow.
By the way, weird.
Me and Brandon Townsend are not suicidal. We're in perfect health.
But...
I could imagine Bill and Hillary, if they never got into politics, being that couple at the bar that's like, hey, we noticed you over there. You know what I mean? They'd definitely be in like the fantasy. Like 2 a.m, like, yeah, you ever considered coming into a threesome with a couple of older people? They got pineapples in their house, man. Dude, I remember...
Man, listen. Hillary Clinton back in the day, though. I would have...
Chelsea would be his child.
I would... She'd be better off.
She'd be better looking.
The weird thing about Hillary Clinton is you look at what she used to look like in her early 20s versus now. It's a total de-evolution of humanity.
This is your mom. This is your mom on Democratic Party.
This is your mom on the Democratic Party.
Whoa, buddies. Brandon just did the most cartoonish Pee Wee Herman routine I've ever seen. Tripping on a mic cord and falling out of his fuzzy slippers.
I said, woo!
I was friends with a guy. He played drums for a band that I tried out to play bass in. And they denied me to have a second guitarist, which was strange.
Wait, so instead of having bass, they just had 2 guitar players?
Yeah, they had a guitar player that had a guitar that was like tuned down 2 steps.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I was like, that's not how that works. It's not how low end works, guys. But you do you.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And like I was going to do it for free. Anyway, the drummer, when I first met him...
Why don't you just have Was it a metal band?
No, it was like an indie rock band.
Oh, I was going to say, why don't you just have no drums, but you could do that with indie rock.
Yeah. But anyway, this guy was the drummer, and he was the first person there when I was trying out. And we were like riffing back and forth, and he's playing drums, and I'm licking the bass with it, and he was drinking pineapple puree, and it was not like some sort of artsy shit. He had like, you know, those squeeze tubes of baby food?
Yeah.
The little hard plastic nozzle?
Yeah.
He was drinking pineapple puree and like chasing it with pineapple juice, Dole pineapple juice. And I was all like, are you okay? Do you have like a vitamin deficiency? And he was all like, nah, Maze, I gotta make sure the cum tastes good tonight. And I was all like,
I feel that.
I was like, okay, this guy's getting laid tonight. But good for him. Proud of him. Happy for him. And then at the end of it, he was like, yeah, me and some friends are going to a concert tonight. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, and you got to be prepared. And this guy was delusional. He genuinely thought that he could get ADELE to suck him off. This guy was making his cum taste good because he was going to an ADELE concert. He really thought she was going to be rolling in the deep with him because he had pineapple cum. If you like penis coladas and getting fucked in the
Wait, where did you meet this person?
Ironically, I met the guitarist of the band on Tinder. And she was like, I don't want to have sex with you or date you. I want you to be in my band. Do you want to try out? I was like, yeah, why not? I love making music. And when I got there, nobody was there.
That's the way to do it.
Nobody was there but the drummer, and he was like a 5'7" Dominican dude.
And he was trying to smash ADELE.
ADELE, yeah. Not ADELE Dazeem. He wasn't John Travolta.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, we've met people of equal delusionality.
Yeah, I've met Brandon Townsend. Guy thinks he can fuck Megyn Kelly. Guy thinks he can fuck Karl Marx.
We got to keep that part out of the cultural ether.
Yeah, dude, you've been huffing cultural ether if you think that.
So, you talked about some of the movies you watched recently.
Yes, sir.
I watched Home Movie from 2008 here recently.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Not all of it. You told me to watch it. I watched part of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought that was amazing. Like, I was like, this is the greatest horror film I've seen in a long time.
I turned it on when you called me, and it was like 5 a.m. I fell asleep.
But I thought it was a great, and it was found footage, which there are a great handful of great found footage movies. I tend to shit on the subgenre as a whole, but there are a handful of really, really good ones.
Smokestack.
Is that found footage?
Can you say it isn't?
I'm asking the viewers. Please tell me.
So, like, I want to say something about Smokestack really fast, actually. Everybody I've shown Smokestack to has been like, your musical performance in Smokestack was bad. And I want to clarify something.
Are they stupid?
Well, you know, it didn't sound like my music at the time. And I want to fucking clarify something. Have you guys ever considered I'm not Smokestack and Smokestack is a heroin-addicted homeless clown? Like, do you think I'm going to play music that sounds like me? No, I'm going to play it as if I am a heroin-addicted homeless alcoholic clown.
Yeah.
And I've got people that only know my music from Dusty Clown Shoes. And I'm like, do you not get the fucking point that
you
was
also got
performed?
signed to a label for a little while based on that, so I don't know what the haters are all about.
It wasn't entirely based on that. The big kicker to me getting signed was a song I did called Roses for the Dead.
Well, that had something to do with it, didn't it? Because it was like right after Smokestack came out that...
The song itself wasn't what got me signed. It was the appearance of my music in film. Because like that movie was way bigger than the label.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
I got signed to a label because they wanted an artist like me because they only had metal artists. I think was the game plan there. But yeah, no, people have been all like, you know, you were a little off key, and I'm like,
well, that's stupid because you were doing it in Smokestack voice.
Yeah, I was doing it as
time.
Smokestack. Like, do you think Smokestack's gonna be on key? Like, I'm not the dad from fucking Buffalo 66, you know? I'm not just gonna suddenly be a master of music for one scene. I'm playing a character. I think there's like a weird problem with people not understanding that people are not who they are on screen.
Well, I'm sure you're also being told that by people who can't sing or perform musically at all.
Yeah.
In any context.
I once had a guy tell me I was a shit bassist. And he was like, listen to my music. And he played it for me. And I was like, I don't hear any bass. He's like, yeah, because I'm playing drums. I was like...
Need a bassist?
Yeah, that'd be like me going to a washing machine repairman and going, huh, you're a shitty mechanic.
It's like going to a fucking hockey game and being like, man, these people can't golf worth a shit.
Do you know the weird crossover in hockey and golf, though? Like, the NHL has, like, a golf tournament every year. I'm a big hockey guy, as you know. I'm about to get the Detroit Red Wings logo forever etched into my body. Hopefully, then they'll win a fucking cup. It's been way too long. That's what I decided to do with this blank space here in this blackout sleeve. I'm going to do the Detroit Red Wings logo. It's going to follow the contour of my arm. It'll be pretty cool. And then this arm will be done. Well, this forearm. I still got to add more to like the animation portion of this. I've got Grimace smoking a joint, which is a reference to Grimace smoking weed.jpg, and then my Mr. Krabs tattoo, which
is a reference to the fact that you have crabs.
No, it's actually a reference to many years ago when I was like, I think I had just turned 21. I was at the castle, and a girl told me I had really attractive hands. And she like wouldn't shut up about it.
Was this at the Brandon Townsend Gatsby party?
No. Pre-Gatsby. Post-Gatsby, pre-Gatsby party. No woman was interested in me at the Gatsby party. Probably because I had long hair and I was wearing suspenders and I had a weird mustache standing in the corner of the goddamn room. And then, well, I can't say that. Never mind. I'll leave out that last part about us snorting cremated remains. The chick was like, you have really attractive hands. And I didn't know she had a boyfriend. Her boyfriend got really mad because she was talking to me. I wasn't talking to her. I was like fucking out of my shit because I was drinking on muscle relaxers. And that guy was like, I'll beat your fucking ass. Why are you flirting with my fucking old lady, man? I'll fucking beat your goddamn ass. And I was like, dude, these hands aren't just attractive. They'll rattle your shit. So I was telling a buddy of mine about it. He was like, you literally hit him with the big meaty claws. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, these claws are for more than just attracted mates. And I was like, holy fuck. And so, yeah, I got Mr. Krabs with a wreath that says big meaty claws on my arm. Forever.
I don't know, man. I think that hands can be attractive. Like, I think that there is some women that I see that I'm like, man, they got some attractive hands.
I think my girlfriend has attractive hands.
Like, I think they got to be well taken care of, obviously.
I think that, like, women have a harder time having attractive hands.
But then men?
Yeah.
What?
Because, like, women have lower standards about hands. Like, my hands look like I've been fist fucking a chimney and got caught on a fucking meat grinder somewhere on the way down. Like, women will be like, oh my god, he has a fucking... A woman will see, like, somebody we know and be like, he has a
Okay, so you're talking about in the context of women seeing the men's hands
compared to men seeing
okay, I thought
hands.
you were just talking about which hands you're attracted to. I'm like,
no,
okay.
like a woman will see
right.
a woman will see like somebody
which hands you're attracted
a woman
to,
will
like,
see like somebody we know who has like a hatchet man hand tattoo and whose hands look like 5 bratwursts on a hot dog bun taped to a biscuit and be like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, but that's
But
physical
like,
appearance with men versus women in general.
like men, like if I see you know, like attractive hands, they have to be attractive. You know what I mean? Like they can't just be all like, you know, like my girlfriend has attractive hands. I've seen a lot of women, their hands are either like too childlike or too manlike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
especially like nothing's worse than like, you know, you get a broad with big hands and then you're insecure. She grips that shit and you're like, fuck. That's a nightmare for me already, because like I have huge fucking hands. You know, my palms are more than 6 inches across.
Just getting a handy from Shrek. Just rips it off.
My hands are more than my palms are more than 6 inches across, dude. I grip my shit. I'm like, You know, I gotta like put a fucking Red Bull next to it just to make myself feel better.
Not the energy drink, like an entire Red Bull penis.
I have a Red Bull just in my home. I'm like Paul Bunyan, except I'm not affiliated with the Crips, so I don't have a Blue Bull. Fucking Viggo Johnson dies in gangland shooting over joke about bull penis. I can't wait for that to be on Wish TV.
Another movie recently that I've seen from the same year, 2008, is Martyrs.
Martyrs is a classic. Did you watch?
You've seen that, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Did you watch the French or the American version?
French. Yeah.
Because the French version's better.
Well, yeah. I watched like one of those like YouTube like disturbing breakdowns or whatever of the American version, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Martyrs is not nearly as disturbing as they make it out to be.
No, it's not, but it's good.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
Like the broad being flayed alive is the reason that it's on the list, and that's really not all that shocking. And it's no more shocking to me than Begotten.
It's a whole like
3
seconds.
I love Begotten.
3 seconds of the movie. Begotten is fine. You know that same guy made Shadow of the Vampire, right?
The guy who made Begotten?
Yeah.
Not always a Begotten is fine. I just thought about the woman in the radiator. And Begotten. Everything is fine.
Well, I wouldn't say everything's fine with Begotten. Begotten is a
masterpiece.
Tolerable film.
It is an infallible masterpiece.
Just make sure your penis is at like half chub at the very least when you go into it, or just keep stroking it. Keep stroking it.
Dude, don't get people to goon to Begotten. You're gonna create a whole Begoonin'. Jesus Christ. We're gonna remake Begotten, but instead of the dude disemboweling himself, he's just gooning.
Oh, we could do that right now. We could do that while we're podcasting. Grab my camera.
While we're talking about...
Give me a knife, dude.
While we're talking about movies from 2008, how about The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
Fuck that movie.
How about Midnight Meat Train?
I haven't seen it, but I have heard good things about it.
How about Joyride 2 Deadhead? How about The Day the Earth Stood Still, 2008?
No.
That shit's fucking garbage.
That was so stupid. And by the way, the original was directed by Robert E. Wise.
Dude. Oh, God.
From Connorsville.
That's another one from 2008 I entirely forgot about.
What?
Live Animals.
What's that?
Movie fucking sucks.
I don't know what that is.
It's like Hostel for morons.
You know the Prototype games, right?
Yeah, dude.
Those were pretty good, and like, I don't know. They made 2 of them. I kind of think that Xbox 360 video game graphics have gotten kind of shitty ever since the Xbox 360. I mean, they've gone up in, I guess, resolution, quality scale, whatever. But the Xbox 360, it just had some grit to it on the graphics that I thought, it looked cool.
I feel like
it
they
looked
were
good for video games. But ever since video games have evolved since the Xbox 360, I kind of feel like graphics have gotten too good, too smooth, too computerized looking. I don't know.
It's uncanny.
It's weird. It's like every video game is slowly turning into slowly turning into Pixar. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree because like I think about like
Battlefield Bad Company.
classic. I think about playing.
And the graphics weren't like perfect, but it was like,
to
me, it's like that's just what a video game should look like.
I feel
it's like dirty.
They knew they were working with limitations.
Yeah.
And so the animations were better. Like, I feel like cutscenes were so much better on the Xbox 360 than now because they don't have to try now. Everything's so fluid now.
Even though it somehow looks a little bit more like shit. And I don't know how to explain that.
Maybe we're getting old, dude.
Modern, ultra HD, realistic graphics for video games.
That stands for hard dick. 1080 hard dicks.
Well, all those hard dicks just
4,000 hard dicks. Dude, what's in Ram Ranch? What the fuck? What is it with 8K? Like, are we getting to a point where resolution is getting so good it doesn't fucking matter anymore? Because, like, I cannot physically, with my eyeballs, determine a difference between 1080p, 4K, and 8K.
Yeah, I only prefer 8K if I'm watching porn. But what I'm saying is,
I only prefer 8K.
Video games like The Darkness, or even Wolfenstein 3D or whatever that was called. Wolfenstein for the Xbox 360, whatever the Wolfenstein game was called.
Was that? Well, there was 2.
Actually, Army of Two. Army of Two had great graphics.
Dude, Army of Two.
And great gameplay.
The cutscenes were animated so much better than modern cutscenes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those cutscenes look damn near
like that
real.
mercenary dude doing cartwheels through the streets of fucking Syria. I want to say something.
Hideo Kojima is fine, but he's overrated.
I love Hideo Kojima because I grew up.
MGS is good.
I grew up with Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid like built my opinions in games. Because Metal Gear Solid had stealth action. And I remember, it's like growing up, and I'm going to say this to clarify because I got laughed at. I said that I was hitting my parents' liquor cabinet in one of the podcasts. My parents did not have a liquor cabinet. The liquor was on top of the fridge. It was a figure of speech. But like growing up, below the poverty line, I was always a generation late to games. But when I was a kid, my uncle had a PS2 way after the PS2 came out. And he was mainly playing like PS1 games on the PS2, right? Because PS1 games at that point were cheap. Crazy to think about that now. And I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS2, and that built me. Because like games that came out at the same time as New Metal Cinema, I feel were a little over the fucking top. And it was the first time I had to think about the action. It wasn't just a shoot 'em up, you know what I mean? And I'm like a kid playing Metal Gear Solid and fucking... It was insane. It was insanely good. And that built me. Because that's what got me into Splinter Cell. It got me into Hitman. It got me into Dishonored. It got me into all these cool-ass stealth games.
I happen to prefer Splinter Cell over MGS. But if we're talking about video games with a new metal aesthetic, did you ever play Condemned?
No, but my older brother did.
The first one was pretty good. The second one was...
Manhunt
the first one was
had
pretty
a
good.
very new metal
It did. Manhunt was good.
Manhunt was like the Hot Topic pants of video games. It was like the Slipknot shirt of video games. But Metal Gear Solid.
You got to give it more credit than that.
No, I won't.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid, right? I agree with you. And I don't agree with you at the same time. Okay? Splinter Cell had snappier and smoother gameplay, but when it came to the story, it paled in comparison. Because Metal Gear Solid, when you start learning about the lore of Metal Gear Solid, it feels like the first time you ever read a conspiracy theory. Like, Metal Gear Solid put you in the position of a covert agent because you don't know what the fuck you're even fighting for, and everything is confusing. And they never explained Decoy Octopus to me.
Right.
They never explained Psycho Mantis. Why could he do that? How did he know that I was playing those games? How could he see my memory card? But Metal Gear Solid has a better story. Splinter Cell has better gameplay. But
Well, I think the Hitman games probably even have better gameplay than Splinter Cell.
I think they have. It's clunkier, man.
I think Hitman's gameplay evolved better.
Hitman Blood.
Splinter Cell just became a 3D shooter with some stealth action elements as it went on.
Hitman Blood Money was a lot fucking clunkier than Chaos Theory.
Yeah, but I'm talking later.
Well, I have a
Like
controversial
I'm talking
opinion.
Hitman, what is it? Absolution.
I have a
versus-
controversial opinion. That's my favorite Hitman game. I have played to completion and beat it to completion.
Okay, so Hitman Absolution versus
90 times.
Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Blacklist, the worst Splinter Cell game. I would rather play Little Big Planet.
Well, those both came
on
out around the
Fentanyl.
same time. I'm saying like Hitman.
No.
Those were both 360 games.
Blacklist came out way after Absolution, dude.
No.
Hold on. Blacklist, Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy came out in 2013. Absolution came out. Oh, fuck, you're right. Came out in 2012.
Yeah.
I thought that, like, Absolution and Conviction came out at the same time.
Well, even Conviction, I would say, didn't have as good stealth action elements as Hitman, because even like I like Splinter Cell Conviction a lot, but that at that point it had just kind of become another 3D shooter clone.
Controversial opinion. It's my favorite Splinter Cell, but Conviction feels I
think it flows the smoothest. I think it has the best story, but I don't think it has the best stealth action elements.
Well, that's because I think it does. The thing is Conviction was the first Splinter Cell game where it was really a play your way game. It wasn't like you were locked in stealth. Like Splinter Cell and like Chaos Theory and all that shit. Double Agent was like.
But if you're playing stealth, if you're playing stealth. If you're playing stealth action, no.
If you're playing with a stethoscope.
If you're playing stealth action, why would you not want to be locked into stealth action?
Dude, I don't know. I like the freedom of playing your way. That's why I'm a fan of the Far Cry games.
Well, yeah, but what do you like better, Hitman or Splinter Cell?
But Hitman's a play your way game. You don't have to stealth in Hitman either. You absolutely can just shoot everybody in the fucking room.
What about Kane and Lynch?
Another thing about Hitman is there's fucking med packs, which made going loud in Absolution a lot easier. A lot easier. You can just go over and get a fucking med kit in every other room.
I don't know. I think you remember the games better than I do, but I remember having an easier time with stealth in Absolution versus Conviction.
We're also different people. So, like, maybe maybe for you.
What about Kane and Lynch?
I never played it.
Oh,
I take that back. I played the one, fucking Dog Days or whatever the fuck. I played
the second one.
Yeah, I never played the
That
first
was
one.
not as good. They both kind of blow, but I mean, they're kind of good. Like, it's weird. It's one of those things that if you're gonna play it, you play it for the story rather than the gameplay.
Yeah. What do you think the best Grand Theft Auto game is?
I'd love to say Vice City, but San Andreas. Like Vice City for the vibe, obviously. Like, obviously, I'd be more of a Vice City dude than a San Andreas dude.
But
Just
Vice
for the
City
aesthetic.
was very clunky.
It was.
That helicopter mission where you got to fly that RC helicopter made me want to commit self-die when I was 10 years old.
Well, I like Saints Row more.
That's an absurd sentence. Take a wild guess what my favorite Grand Theft Auto game is.
4.
It's 4.
Yeah.
it's obviously
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. There's Glocks and Slavs, that's my brand.
I like Saints Row 2 more than any of the Grand Theft Auto, any of the Saints Row.
Saints Row 3 is my favorite Saints Row. I like Saints Row once it became stupid.
Why did you suddenly turn into J.K. Simmons?
Because I'm trying to take these Zens out of my way. You serious?
Well,
Not quite my tempo.
but I like the character customization, and I like the music better, and I like the cars better in Saints Row 2 versus any of the Grand Theft Auto games.
I like that in Saints Row 3, you can make playlists of the songs, and I also liked that I could make my bulge huge for no fucking reason.
I don't remember Saints Row 3.
What's your opinion of Watch Dogs?
I never played Watch Dogs.
You need to. It's really
I
good.
probably should.
It's really good. Watch Dogs, Sleeping Dogs, and GTA 4 are like 3 of my favorite open world games of the Xbox 360 era. I love
Open
Sleeping
world. Oh, we're going to go right back to Prototype, dude.
Let me piss real quick before we go back to typing pros.
Prototype and the Spider-Man games, dude.
My favorite open world game is Hooked on Phonics for Windows 95.
My favorite open world game is Hooked on Fentanyl. But I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to write a sequel to the dictionary. Because who the hell wouldn't buy a sequel to the dictionary? It's like unlocking an entire other half of the English language. We can make up our own words. We can make up words. I mean, people did it at some point. That's how we got words. Alrighty, here we go.
Here we go. Got dressed in my best tracksuit. Pulled up, about to file a lawsuit. People talking shit, calling me short. They don't know that I'm tall as Thor. I'm about to walk into the room, whip out my balls. In the Texas Roadhouse, you seen it all. I'm a nut in the box of nuts. You put your shells on the floor and it's sticky, son. Give me a steak with no potatoes. Give me a beer, cold as fuck. Give me a woman that's staring at me. And I'ma fucking kick her in the cunt.
Yo. Kick her in the cunt, bitches. Doxby Films podcast. We out right now.
We out in this bitch. Call MF Doom. Tell him I'm in the building.
Call the police. Tell them we committing domestic violence.
It ain't domestic because I ain't know that bitch.
www.doxbyfilms.com.
Yeah.